Let's talk about distributors and vacuum advance and vacuum retard that are used on the various stags. So here you can see a distributor. And this particular one is from a 73 Federal Stag, and if you look at the vacuum unit, you'll see that the vacuum port is on the back of the vacuum unit. This one in my hand is from a 71 Stag that has both a vacuum advance port and a vacuum retard port. And this one here is a vacuum advance unit that you see on most British Stags. Now, when you connect the various tubes to the carburetor, this carburetor is from a 71 Stag. The vacuum advance takeoff is on the carburetor at the top, on the side, and the vacuum retard is a pipe on the bottom of the other carb, and that's where you take it off. Now, so people, what they do is their vacuum units gone kaput, and they say, I'm going to buy another one, but you want to make sure you get the one that's matched to your car, obviously, because if it is working and not working, you want to make sure you port it at the correct port on the carburetor. Now, another thing that happens, oh, by the way, sorry, this is you can tell the part number by the distributor and the direction of rotation. Some people say, oh, the Rover has a distributor looks similar, but the Rover one rotates in the opposite direction to the Stag one. Another thing what happens is inside the distributor there's some plates. Here's one that I have, a scrap one, and what happens is this vacuum thingy pin interlocks with a pin at the bottom, and as you provide vacuum it slides clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now this one, when I got it, was well soldered into position. There should be some Delrin, I'm assuming Delrin, I'm not 100% sure, dots that make it slide very, very easily. But as you can see, this one, those slots, those Delrin things are missing. But you know, you can buy new plates, but what I would recommend is, if you do need new plates, go ahead and you know, go for a Patronics unit. They're about $100 in US, and it comes with new plates, base plates, so all you have to do is take out everything. Now with this distributor, as you can see, it's the standard dual points. I just left it there just because it's a spare one. And what I found is that if you look in the ROM, there are numbers for the advanced springs and retard springs, and this may not apply, you know, for a 50-year-old car, because they could be all off anyway. But I know in the UK people go to a company called the Distribution Doctor. If you're in US, there's a company called Advanced Distribution, I think, I forget. And these guys can redo your carburetors for you. Sorry, your distributors for you. But there are springs in there, and they're weighted differently. And so what I found is that, and on one in the ROM, there's springs for the various distributors that are available. And what I found is, if you want to, like for example, what I have on my 71 Stag, which had both a vacuum advance and retard, I wanted just vacuum advance, so I bought a vacuum advance unit, and the weights of the springs exactly match that of a UK Stag. So all I did was take my vacuum advance retard unit off this and put on a vacuum advance unit on, and then I did the timing according to a UK Stag. But obviously with the Federal Stag, you've got all these different number settings in the book, because you have both, again, you have both advance and retard working on the same thing. So these are just something that you want to be aware of. So yeah, that was just a 4-5 minute video on distributors.